Welcome everybody. Today I will be finishing my Resident Evil 2 replay on hardcore difficulty. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much ready. Let's just do it. I have a boss ahead of us. And I think we go to the last... We go to the last area in the game. So this may be a shorter stream. I thought the sewer section would take me about 2 hours, and the lab section would take me about 2 hours, which didn't end up happening. So I'm guessing this will take me a lot less time. Alrighty. Now, if I remember correctly, there is a specific place you can stand. I guess it's not here. Ah, it's here. Okay. Where, yeah, you won't get hit. Plus we run past him here, I think. Okay, we got our flash grenades, handgun. I feel like I should maybe resort to shotgun. In case of emergencies. Well, yeah. Just kind of stand away here. Granted, I found like, It's still alive? Now, I don't remember. Oops. Oh. Well, that's not very nice. I don't think I had time to evade that. Well, that's fine. Is this retrying from the boss? I hope so. I don't want to stand around and wait. Nope, it's not. Okay. Oh. To be fair, the standing around and waiting part of it is probably not intended. Oops. It gives me a minute to catch my breath.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, this time I guess I'm just gonna use a flash grenade right away. They didn't really give me a chance to dodge him after getting up, I don't think. I think I immediately got hit as soon as I got up. I don't love the bosses in this game. It is Leon. Oof. Oh, really? Okay. He's gonna hit me again before I get to react. Oh, no, he didn't. That went poorly. Okay. Let's try this again. Oops, I walked into that one. Whoop. Don't get yourself stunned. I'll let myself get hit here. I think I died from that too. Yeah. This fight can either be really easy and fast, or kind of annoying. I mean, do I want another healing item? I kind of feel like I shouldn't need another one, but... I'm not taking all these healing items with me into the final boss. Might as well use them. I've been stockpiling them. Though I really feel like I shouldn't be getting hit so much. But I guess the alternative is that I use up a lot of ammo. It's probably going to take a fortune of bullets to knock him down, so I should rely on... on the flash grenades.
Jesus Christ!
Come on, man. Pardon me?
It's still alive?
It is there. Okay, let's do this. Go back over here. Okay, there we go. I think we just have to do that twice. Whoops. A little bit of health left still. Oh, well. I mean, I'm not sure what I was supposed to do about that. He kind of just grabbed me. Was I just supposed to shoot him? Would, like, one shot have stopped that? Yeah, the bosses in RE2 Remake are definitely a low point of the game. I think I've felt this way ever since I first played the game. The things about it I like, about a lot of the bosses that I like, but
Jesus Christ!
I shall stand here and wait. I feel like if he didn't grab me there, I would have won.
It's still alive?
So I don't really know what it, don't really know what the game wants me to do to dodge that.
Now I got you.
Okay. I think he should get hit here. Yeah, okay. He gets hit, I do not. A pretty good trade, if I do say so myself. Woof. Okay. Getting hit twice unavoidably. Very nice. Far over, I think. I want to say this hits.
Let's do this.
If it doesn't... Alright, there we go. We can skip.
Let's hope that's the last of it.
Let's hope that's the last of them. It's not. Oh, handgun. I do need those. Okay. I know we're gonna come upon a box right away, but, yeah, I don't know. Well, for a second I was like, where's my infinite knife? We can keep a healing item on us. Alright, let's go. Should just be lots of cutscenes now. Leon's look is fantastic.
Cable car takes us down to Nest.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
Alrighty. I don't know if we have to actually wait for Ada to come all the way over here. I want to say hopefully not. Man, the OG Resident Evil music is so good. Okay, good, we don't have to wait. Let's go. Nothing in here. Don't think so.
This may be one way around, so be prepared.
Be prepared, Leon.
This tram is bound for Nest. Do not exit until the final destination.
Final destination. I'm glad that most of the cutscenes are just skippable. Oh, they do give you a box right away. That was sooner than I remembered. Running downstairs, waiting to get to the door.
For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open.
No,
For your safety, stand clear until the
I will
doors
not.
are fully open. For your safety, stand clear until the doors are fully open. Welcome to Nest. Enjoy your visit.
Okay. I wonder where the G-virus is.
Like, they give you a box just right here. May as well save. Well, should be nothing in this room. Okay, sweet. I think we can't go this way yet. This is blue, right?
Authorized staff only beyond this point. Guests must refrain from entering.
We have to go through here. Okay. Now we save. We get another knife around here, I feel like. Gonna put that away. That'll be used up. We don't need that right now. We'll keep this on for safety. Yeah, I'm okay with this, I think. Okay, let's go. Lots of bad guys in there, I believe.
Authorized staff only.
I think in the past I sometimes just grenade in here. Hello. You know what? I want you to come out here. Come on. Well, maybe not. Okay. The kitchen, I think, has another knife in it. I think I got both his legs. Hello? I can't tell if it's just a zombie making noise or a zombie coming towards me. It's a zombie eating someone. I feel like we may as well kill them all. Oh shoot. You got up, and I didn't hear you. Pardon me. Yep, this is a problem, alright. Okay. 2 shotgun headshots. This one's still up. Not until I hear the sound. Okay, there we go. I think this one's permanently dead, but... we'll move the legs just in case. Okay. I think there might be a grenade in here. 'Cause I seem to recall, like, regularly, just, like, at some point during one of my replays, I would just, like, toss a grenade to take care of all the bad guys in here. Or most of them. Ah, there it is. Okay. Well, I can now save that for... oh, okay. The future. I'm not gonna go back to the box yet or anything. There are, in fact, bad guys down here. Or I thought there was. Maybe he breaks through this door. You know what? He might be on the other side of that door. Thought there was an extra knife in this kitchen. Ah, there was. Okay.
What the hell?
Oh, whoopsie. Well. Good, we can get the knife back. That's good. I'm going to use the normal knives until they break before resorting to anything else. I feel like I have not heard the sound I want to hear yet. There we go. There's just a specific sound that I feel like I know when they're dead when I do that. A shotgun to the head probably was the better choice here. Yeah. Let's wait on that. Muff. That guy gets up at some point. Should be totally clear now. I kind of wish even more enemies and zombies spawn. Yo, Iron, welcome. I'm glad you could make it. I hope you're having a lovely day. Today I'm gonna be finishing my replay, or at least that's the goal. Okay, Dave. Very happy it's the weekend, though. I feel ya. I am too. Sorry, one sec. I think the next free run episode is tomorrow, so I'm really excited for that. And then yeah, I think Falcom's anniversary is this weekend as well. So I'm very, very curious if we're gonna get any announcements over the next few days. I don't know if you saw, I posted my predictions for upcoming Falcom stuff. Are there bad guys in this room? I don't think so. I know Mr. X chases us through these places at some point. But not yet, seemingly. Don't think we need interesting stuff. We have 8 saves. I should just use them, because why not? So, my guesses are a little bit, I can actually just, like, I'll actually just walk through them. For the Kuro 2, Daybreak 2 Switch port, I can't remember if Kai was announced for Switch or not, but Kuro 1 just released on Switch last month in Japan. So my guess is that they're going to try and get Kuro 2 out on Switch before Kai.
Senior staff clearance required for computer access.
'Cause I think Kai will release on Switch. I'm assuming it will
Jesus.
if Kuro 1 did.
What happened here?
It would make sense. So I'm guessing this summer we're gonna get Kuro 2 on Switch. That's sort of my guess there. You know, as like a lead up to like Kai being the same day. Cause Kuro 1 launched on PS4. Oh, you know what? I should bring my flamethrower. Kuro 1 launched only on PS4, and then it got a PS5 port later prior to Kuro 2. And Kuro 2 launched on PS4 and PS5. After that. So my guess is they may do something similar here, where they're going to put Kuro 1 and 2 on Switch, and then have same day PS4, PS5 Switch release for Kai. Especially after East 10 also released on those 3 platforms. So my guess is that they're just going to keep doing multi-platform. Just great.
Ah, shit! Oh, what the hell?
And then my guess regarding the Daybreak's PC port, or Kuro 2 Daybreak 2's PC port, is I shouldn't have gotten hit by that.
Son of a bitch.
Durante and PH3, the porters of a lot of the PC versions of Falcom games, we've been getting the PC port of, like the PC port of Daybreak released that was done by them. And so I'm assuming Daybreak 2 will get its PC port released. Prior to its localization. Since that's what's happened with Daybreak 1. And also what seems to be happening with East 10, I'm not sure. I used to remember this code. I don't remember the order anymore.
Dispensing solution
Oh.
now.
The solution's not in there though, yet. Maybe it'll just do nothing. That'd make sense. Oh no, we gotta fill it up. It's also possible that they'll just stop releasing the PC ports early and wait until the games are localized before that happens, and like launch it the same day it's localized. Because from what I understand, what they did with Nayuta and what they seem to be doing with Kuro is they released the PC port as soon as it was done. The PC port's finished before the localization, so instead of hanging on to it, they just released it when it was done, which is really nice. And they'll just patch in the text whenever it's finished. But the downside to that is that it won't go on Steam's new releases. The game won't appear on Steam's new releases when that happens. So I don't know. If they're gonna repeat that exactly for East 10 and Crow 2. It seems like they would, but I don't know if that like matters enough to them to change that. Yeah. Okay, okay. Sorry, I had to remember that. Do I want to bring a flamethrower? May as well. I have no room to carry anything else. Well, no, that's not true. I gotta put the... Mr. X shows up after I do this, I think. But yeah, anyway, I'm not sure if they'll change it, but if they keep going with the pattern that they're going, I assume the PC port will just release sometime this year. I don't have a guess as to when, because like maybe they're prioritizing East 10's PC port since that's releasing next. Oh. I thought there was a zombie in here, but maybe not. No, can't carry anything. But yeah, so if they decide to wait until the game's coming out to put out the port, then I guess just whenever Daybreak 2 releases. But otherwise, I just expect it to release sometime this year. And then Tokyo Xanadu K, Tokyo Xanadu sequel. So that's kind of a big thing here with the Tokyo Xanadu and the Sky remake and stuff like that I'm guessing. Because there's a few, like, ambitious guesses that I'm making here. Well, I don't think it's that ambitious, but...
What?
Compared to usual, I'd say. The thing with Tokyo... The thing about why I'm guessing it'll come out this year... which would be, like, really strange for it to come out the same year that Kai's coming out. But I want to explain why I'm guessing that might happen. Let me get to the box. Okay. So, for a long time now, Falcom has, you know, wanted to make the Tokyo Xanadu sequel and work on other IPs and such. They've been wanting to do that for a while, and they've been wanting to make a sequel since the game released, pretty much. And they just haven't been able to. They've talked about it a bit, that, like, with Eastern Trails, their hands are basically full. After Tokyo Xanadu, there was East 8, then Cold Steel 3, Cold Steel 4, East 9, Reverie, Daybreak 1, Daybreak 2, and now East 10. And a lot of those titles were tough to work on for various reasons. For example, Cold Steel 3 had to create a ton of new assets and stuff like that. And they had to wrap up the arc after having like a lot of development issues with it. East 8 was a game that they already had to delay. And East 10 was actually delayed too. They were thinking of releasing it in 2022. But they ultimately didn't. They also started working on the new engine right after... They started working on Daybreak 1 and their new engine at the same time. I think right after Cold Steel 4 released in 2018. And part of the engine was made to make development easier and to make all their games on the same engine because... I think I'm about to come across some liquors. I'm gonna take a gamble here and just take some stuff with me. I'll take one. They wanted, because East and Trails were being made on different engines, and there was a lot of issues with those engines that they were developing on. So they made their new one in the hope that they'd be able to make all their future games on just one engine, and that it would make development work easier. And that seems to have been a big success for them. When does East 10 come out? This fall. This autumn. It released last September in Japan. But yeah, Falcom have been talking a lot about wanting to be able to get back to putting out more than one game a year again. Because there was a point where they used to put out more than one game a year. They used to be able to put out 2, sometimes 3 games. Granted, the games were smaller compared to the ones they put out today. At least a little bit smaller. Although, they were also a smaller company when they were making them. That'd be really cool. Although, with the way this year has started, and the way last year went, you may in fact have 1 million other games coming out around then. Let's wait on that. You get up. So I'm gonna kill you now. The liquors don't spawn yet, I guess. Probably. This guy gets up too, I think. Please no. Please no. Please don't. Okay, well. I tried. Oh! Never mind, he fell down on his own. Oh shoot, never mind. I mean, what else I can use these bolts on? Okay, he's going on a trip. Oh, I got lucky. I'm being stupid. Wow, another headshot. Fair enough. I don't have to use my knife. I think that contains the code underneath. I don't think this guy gets up. Yeah, he looks like he does, but I don't think he ever does. But yeah, Falcom have been talking about wanting to be able to make their new IPs, make more IPs and return to their older ones, put out more games in a year again. And how they haven't been able to do that in a long time. They have arrived. What the? I didn't run. 1 second. Well, this is a bad position for me to be in, because I may die. Whoops. Oh, I died. I'm pretty sure that love liquor hit me despite me not running. I did not like that. I'll get back to very quickly, I guess. But yeah, and they said back prior to Daybreak 1 releasing, they talked about how while Daybreak 1 was in development, their hands were very full and they couldn't work on anything else. However, they were thinking of starting Tokyo Xanadu sequel's development once that finished. So Tokyo Xanadu sequel, I mean, maybe it didn't start then. You know, like maybe they started it after Daybreak 2, because that's when they started teasing it. I think it was early last year. Yeah, it was almost exactly a year ago now, I think, when they started teasing it again. So it's been in development for a while, but one thing that I think I remember them saying last year was that depending on the situation, I think OJ may have like reported on this at one point on Noisy Pixel as well. They may have something else that they announce, like other than Kai or alongside Kai. I don't remember what their wording was, but they said that like there was another title that could be announced, depending on the situation. I think they said, like prior to their shareholders meeting, and nothing was announced other than Kai, which I mean they said maybe, so it's not like. But now they're saying that they're going to announce something this month, unless there's like a translation issue or something. They said that something will be announced this month, and something will release this year, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the exact wording used, but I think they were talking about a new IP and not like a remake either. So that to me makes it sound like Tokyo Xanadu sequel is going to release this year. And I'm guessing it's going to be after Kai and a part of the reason I think it's going to be after Kai, not just because Kai was announced already, but the reason I'm guessing that is because it wasn't in their financial report for like it wasn't in their lineup for games that were going to release this fiscal year. So if it releases after, and their fiscal year begins at the beginning of October and ends at the end of September, which is kind of how, which is kind of why they release their biggest games at the end of September. So if it releases after Kai, it will have released this year, while making it for next year's fiscal year. And then that's also partly why I think the remake will be next year's September game of first chapter. Because it's not in active development yet. And that it will be after Kai is finished. And because they already will have had a game release in the fiscal year. So even though it's, you know, in case, you know, they don't think a remake will sell as well for some reason, which I don't know if it will or won't, but I imagine it'll take less resources to do a remake than a full new game. At least to some extent. Like at least less time. And if Tokyo Xanadu sells less than East and Trails, which is a little bit of an assumption on my part, it's possible it'll sell really well or something. But it makes sense to me for Tokyo Xanadu's sequel and a Trails in the Sky remake to release within the same fiscal year. Just, like financially. Because it's not like a brand new Trails game or East game, which are their flagship series. Even though they want, you know, Xanadu to come back as like a franchise series for them. Okay. I'm going in to wipe them out. That's all my goal is, to wipe them out. But yeah, the fact that they teased Tokyo Xanadu's sequel again, like they've been talking about wanting to remake it for a long time, but they weren't like actively teasing it outside of like Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus, the version that you played. That was only that released only a year after the original Tokyo Xanadu. But this is the first like actual just straight up tease for the sequel, as opposed to like just talking about it when they released the silhouette and reminded people about Tokyo Xanadu's ending. I'm not gonna have my headshots anymore on these guys. Well, that's okay. So that's why I think, because I'm pretty sure they said, at least in the interview that I read, that whatever other IP or something that they have this year is gonna be released this year. Like the other IP or game that they're working on that isn't Easter Trails. You know what? I have the interview here. I'll just pull it up right now and see. Okay, not that one. There were two interviews released alongside each other. Okay, here's something that was said. Besides Trails and East, is there any chance to see new titles from other IPs in recent years? For example, Zwei, Tokyo Xanadu, or a brand new original IP? Kondo said, "We are indeed working on new titles that are not based on those two IPs. Generally speaking, we announce some new developments at our annual shareholder meeting in December, and we do reveal information about these new works depending at that time. We're planning to release these projects this year, and we're planning on releasing some of the latest information in March." So they said we're planning to release these projects this year. Maybe he's talking vaguely about, the stuff that they mentioned in their December shareholder meeting. But that he's saying that in response to the question about new IPs. Like, it sounds like he's saying generally we announce it at December. But also, they're planning to release projects this year. So, maybe they're just talking about Kai, and any other ports that they announced at the shareholder. But it was said in regard to the new IP. And then let me see. And then here's something else that he said. This was at the very end of the interview. This was a Chinese interview with Kondo. And they said, "Do you have any final remarks?" And Kondo said, "I've said slightly too much today." And that this was unplanned, apparently, the interview, or the things that he mentioned. But he says the next most important project is still Kai no Kiseki, and we ask for the players' support. We also want to go beyond the foundation of our Eastern Trail series and challenge ourselves with these new works, and the team are actively trying to do so. After several years of accumulating more experience, we should have the opportunity to publish a new work this year, and we ask for your support, as it will give us more motivation to do so. So, again, that doesn't sound like he's talking about Kai. It sounds like he's talking about a new IP. He does say works, so it could be two new... I wouldn't be surprised if there are two new IPs in the works, but I think the one that's going to release is Tokyo Xanadu. Because you may remember at some point they had... they said that they had 2 Trails games in development. The first one was obviously Kai. An action RPG, and then a mystery title. Now, the action RPG... I should mention that East 10 was not counted in this. So the action RPG is obviously Tokyo Xanadu. The other Trails title is either the first game in the next arc or the Sky remake. And so the last one sounds like it could be a new IP, or another older IP they're bringing back. But that one didn't even have a description for what the game was. That one feels like it's farther off, whatever it is. But that just sounds like a new IP is going to release this year. So that's why I think we're gonna get that's why I think we're gonna get Tokyo Xanadu sequel, because it sounds like they started teasing it last March. They started teasing it last March, and then they said before their last shareholders meeting they said that they might have something else to announce too. And then nothing ended up being announced. My theory at the time, when they said depending on the circumstances we may have something else to announce, my guess at the time is that they were considering which one to announce, whether they should announce Tokyo Xanadu sequel or Kai. I think they were thinking about whether they should, which one they should release first. Or which would be ready to release first. Or maybe they were wondering if Tokyo Xanadu would make it within the next fiscal year, to know whether they wanted to include it or not. So, and the original Tokyo Xanadu was developed in 15 months. It had 15 months of development. So just, taking all that into account, it just feels like Tokyo Xanadu sequel shouldn't be far off. it feels like it could probably make it in at the end of the year. At least that's my guess. Anyway. I could be wrong, of course, but if it's not at the end of this year, it's almost certainly next year. If nothing else, it'll be like ready in time for their anniversary. I want the other leg gone, please. Oh, not quite. Well, maybe? No. Okay. Excuse me, sir, you're too close. You're making me uncomfortable.
What the hell?
Oh, hello. I will take the 2-for-1 special. I'm not going to be able to get their other legs. Actually, hold on, maybe. Good enough. Okay. What's next? Daybreak 2's English localization, I think, will be next spring. Unless they got the script early. I think it'll just be next spring. So, normally, the pattern for games that are, like, worked on sequentially, like, when they're able to go from one game straight into the next, generally it's a 1-year gap. Cold Steel 2 was 1 year after Cold Steel 1. Cold Steel 4 was 1 year after Cold Steel 3. Daybreak 1 is 1 year after Reverie. And I think generally it's like that because the same localization teams are working on them. And obviously the game's released, you know, a year at least apart in Japan, so they obviously would have started work on one a year in advance. So that's generally why that happens. Usually, the length of time that a Trails game takes to be localized is 2 years. If I remember correctly, it takes around 6 months for the game to be licensed out after its Japanese release. And then usually it's 18 months-ish of translating, editing, dubbing, QA, and like other stuff. And that usually takes around that long, I think. So most Trails games take usually between 2 and 2.5 years. It's usually less than 2.5. The reason that Reverie and Daybreak took longer was because they also did a simultaneous release on all platforms. Like, they didn't just localize it, they also ported it to like three different platforms as well. So they ported it to PC, PS5, and Switch simultaneously. With Kuro 2, the thing with Kuro 1 is that the Switch port for Kuro 1 only released like last month. With Kuro 2, it's hard to tell when exactly the PC and Switch ports will release. But I'm assuming if they release earlier than like Kuro 1's did, like if they release like in the middle of this year or so, Kuro 2 launched on PS4 and PS5 already, so that's one less platform they have to port for already, which is also true for Daybreak. I mean, generally, I would still say a year after Kuro 1 is just, like, my expectation. So, like, you know, if Daybreak's this summer, then I guess Daybreak 2 will be, like, the summer after. And Reverie was last summer, so it makes sense. I suspect Daybreak 2 may have a smaller script than Daybreak 1, and since a lot of the terms and names and things and like a lot of the style of the game and like a lot of the decisions that need to be made in the localization will already be done with the first game, that'll like carry over and make the second game easier. So my guess is that if they didn't get the scripts early, my guess is it'll probably take a little less time to localize Kuro 2. Kind of like how Cold Steel 2 took less time to localize than Cold Steel 1. Cold Steel 1 took 2 years and 3 months to localize, while Cold Steel 2 took just under 2 years. It was like just shy of, like, it also released in September. So it was like just shy of 2 years. So I'm thinking we may have a similar situation with Kuro 2. I think it'll release just slightly sooner. If they got the script early, and started localization work early, then it could come at like any time. It could come like early next year, even earlier than spring. It could come at the end of this year for all we know. Definitely not before like East 10, otherwise it would have been announced already, but it wouldn't shock me. I don't think that's going to happen though, just because I feel like Daybreak 1 they didn't get the scripts early. East 10 feels like the next game that would have been, like, if a game was going to get the scripts early, I feel like East 10 would be the next in line for that after Daybreak 1. I don't think that they would not give Daybreak 1 scripts early or start work early, but then do that for Daybreak 2. I think that's just unlikely. I'm not sure if they'll do it for Kai. If not for Kai, I think they'll do it for the arc after. I think there's a good chance of that. But yeah, I think East 10's probably going to be the first time that the Falcom will give the scripts early. If they did it with that one, we don't know. That's not confirmed yet. But yeah, so right now my guess is just next spring. I think it'll come a little bit sooner, slightly sooner than people think. I think it probably has a little less text, and I think the ports will be done sooner. So I just think it'll be finished sooner. If they got the scripts earlier, that'd be great. I mean, it's possible that it'll take just as long as Kuro 1 for some reason. I mean, technically we don't have a Switch or PC port out yet, or even like an ETA. So my expectation is roughly 1 year after Daybreak 1, which is when I expected Daybreak 1 to come. I expected that to come roughly 1 year after Reverie. Well, I'm gonna do this because if the other liquor spawns, I might be able to hit both with the flashbang. I don't know if I'll be able to hit both with the hand grenade, cause I don't know what the Okay. Well, is there another one, or? Okay, so yeah, I think a Switch port will probably come out this summer or just sometime before Kai for Daybreak 2. I think a PC port will probably come out this year. If not, definitely next year when the game gets localized. I think it'll be localized next year. I think it'll be a little sooner than people think. I think it'll probably be like next spring or something. And I think Tokyo Xanadu will be this winter. It could get pushed back to like early 2025, but my guess is still like before the end of this year. And then the last thing, well, I think they'll keep porting stuff like Ys, like maybe they'll port Ark of Nepishtim or Memories of Celceta or something. But the last thing would be the Trails in the Sky First Chapter remake. Let me see if I could find... There was something specific that Kondo said. I believe. I want to see if I can find it quickly. Aha! I found it. Oh, wait, what? Okay, there we go. It wasn't, the tweet didn't load for a second. A tweet that was translated. Again, it's possible that there could be, like, some issues. Like, maybe there was, like, a misunderstanding or a mistranslation or, you know, anything could happen, really. No, don't grab me. Oh, there goes all... Sorry, give me a sec. I must remove his legs. Okay, good enough. Well, I only have some shotgun shells left. When was this? This was October of 2022. Kondo was asked about a potential Sky remake. And Kondo said, as for the 3D of Liberl, it seems everyone wants to see a remake of that, of Trails in the Sky. I have a very deep connection with Sky. Personally, I proposed this to those within the company and conditions that should be reached in order to remake Sky. So, if I'm understanding that correctly, that means they, the idea was proposed along with conditions that would need to be met for them to greenlight remaking the game. It seems. Yeah, I'm just gonna use a bullet there. And that was late 2022. Hello. The shotgun is very nice. I cannot lie. And I very much could use this. So it seems like something that Where's the shotgun is missed in a Claire run. Oh man, I forgot Claire doesn't get the shotgun. She gets the grenade launcher, I think? I can make more Magnum ammo. Yeah, the shotgun's like free headshots at this point. Time to go back and collect items. Was it this way? It was not this way. It was this way. But yeah, so that was mentioned already like more than a year ago. Something else that was mentioned in the shareholders meeting last year, or about like last December. One of the shareholders asked, let's see, this is an inquiry about, I'm reading a translation of it, about some of Falcom's back catalog. The Trail series original games, the Trails in the Sky trilogy, are currently unplayable on modern console platforms. While you can play them on a PlayStation 3 or PlayStation Vita, are there any plans to develop a version of the title for modern console hardware? Sorry if I'm not talking super well. Kondo said, we're always thinking about ways to make our earlier titles available to more players. As for Trails in the Sky, we noticed strong demand for the title, both domestically and abroad. As such, we too want to figure out a way to make it available once again for modern platforms. While the Trail series has grown quite long, we consider Trails in the Sky to be our own ideal entry point to the series. We want to re-release the game in some form, so we ask fans to wait a little longer while we consider our options. The reason I wanted to call attention to this, because it doesn't specifically say a remake or a port or anything, it could be anything, is the, usually when Kondo says something like, we ask you to wait a little longer, it means that it's something that's in the works and is going to get an announcement. At least that's, like, from my experience reading Kondo stuff, that's usually the way that's worded, like, oh, like, when's new information on this game coming out? Oh, we ask you to wait a little bit longer. Or, can you give us more info on, like, what the next game's gonna be before the shareholder meeting? They're like, oh, can you wait a little bit longer? Usually when he says, like, we ask fans or, like, people to wait a little longer, I think there was, like, another, like, maybe it was just another translation of this tweet I read somewhere that worded it a little bit differently. But usually when asking, like, oh, like, wait just a little bit longer, it usually means that something's in the works. Because I think the last time that was said, that I recall, was with Zero and Azure getting, like, a re-release, or, like, coming west. I think he said something about that then, too. Once it was in the works. So that makes me think that they have something in the works. Another reason I think it will be a remake and not ports is because they had 3 ports. They mentioned, I think it was in the shareholder meeting, they put out like another, I don't know what to call it, like a graph of like the games they have in development. It's not unlike, it's very similar to the one that we had before, of them working on other Trails games and the action RPG and stuff like that. But something that was in this one that stood out was that they had 3 ports that had suspended development. 3 ports with suspended development. Now, to me, and the fact that it's mentioned, like, in the report at all, seeing 3 suspended ports makes me think, and all of it just mentioned at once, makes me think, the Sky trilogy was going to get ported, and they suspended development to do a remake instead. That's the impression I got from that. Marf Murph. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. What did that do? I forget what that did. Did it unlock this room over here? There were other things too that make me think, it did not. That should have worked, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, that was Muff, not Murph. I'm dumb. Interact with it, please. Thank you. There we go. Nice. I should probably be using the flamethrower for everything. Because I'm not gonna... Well, no, I could use it for the boss. Even more flamethrower juice. Not ready to use that yet. So much mag ammo. Over 40. Another knife. Yeah, sure. I'll take it. We'll save. And now for the other reasons. I think it's the one that was already mentioned before. I'm checking right now. Okay, so here's what was said about remakes. In recent years, there have been frequent remakes of classic works in the industry. What do you think of this situation, President Kondo? Kondo said, remakes could be a great learning experience for the team. Some of our employees have mentioned that they would like to play certain work on current platforms, etc. In fact, my very first idea at my job back then was to remake The Legend of Heroes 3, White Witch. At this stage, the company does have plans for a reboot and a remake. In addition to the anniversary of the company's founding in March 9th of this year, which it was mentioned at the shareholders meeting, there is also some information that we hope to announce at some point this year. So, it sounds like something's going to be announced. I mean, it seems like something will be announced on the anniversary, so in the next few days, but I think it was in the other interview where they mentioned like, I think they mentioned in March there'll be something new announced. Let me double check that real quick. Let me just make sure. We're planning to release these projects this year, and we're planning on releasing some of the latest information in March. Okay, so again, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if it's clear that if he's talking specifically about Kai only, or if he's talking about, you know, the other IPs. But he did say more information this March. So if it's not for the other IPs, then at the very least we're getting information on Kai. It's also possible the information will just be this month and not on the anniversary. But my current guess is that it's just going to be like over this weekend we'll hear something. Yeah, he said more information sometime this year for remakes. He said they have a reboot and a remake in development, or like have plans for it. Which game specifically the reboot and remake are for, unspecified or even hinted at here. Within like the answer to the question, it was just a general question about remakes. I also don't know if reboot and a remake are meant to be like for different titles, or if you know, like he's saying that about like the same title. He's like calling it both things. My guess is that remake, obviously Trails in the Sky, but if he's referring to two things and they have a reboot planned, I'm guessing the reboot is that other game, the other IP and other game that's unspecified. I'm guessing they're gonna bring back an older IP with a reboot, like an older IP like Sorcerian or Brandish or something, Zwei maybe, something like that. But yeah, he was also asked, both Trails and East have grown into their own very large series over the years. Do you have any plans to completely remaster, or in other terms remake, past classics in the future? Let's see what else he said. He said, honestly, to speak about it, depends on its popularity, development resources, and overall cost. If it's a title IP, try to make it happen. We do have plans to completely remake an old title, but we will let you know when it is appropriate to announce the title. Currently, the development team is actively working on a remake of the title, and we hope to complete Kai no Kiseki within expectations, but as soon as possible, so that we can devote ourselves to this remake. There are many employees within the company who love this specific title so much that most of them joined Falcom because of it. So yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be in like it sounds like it's in development, but after Kai, it's gonna go like in even more development. Which makes me think next year. And then in the other interview, he was asked. So I'm gonna mention the previous question as well, because he says something interesting in it. He says, well, the question was, the Trail series have become a huge overarching story. So is there any recommendations for newer players of which game you could play first if they are getting into the series, or is it okay to start with Kai no Kiseki? Kondo says it's hard to answer that question. We didn't specifically say which game of the Kiseki series would be the best to start with. You don't have to start with the first one, but there's a different approach to starting partway through. The Trail series has been going on for 20 years, and we are aware of this issue regarding newer players. In fact, we have already been preparing a new work that could be used as an introduction to the Kiseki series, but it cannot be revealed as of yet, and we hope to disclose it during the 20th anniversary of the Trail series. So we ask that players to please wait a little while longer. I believe Trails' anniversary was in June, but let me double check this. Trails in the Sky originally released in June 24th, 2004, so this June. Apparently it could get announced. But the thing is, with the way he's worded it, he says, we've already been preparing a new work that could be used as an introduction to the Trails series. This could mean two things, in the same way that them working on two Trails games, one of them Kai, one of them unannounced, could mean two things. It could just be referring to the next game. The next game will probably be the start of a new arc, and the first game in every arc is designed as an entry point. So it could just be that, or the work is a remake. Especially when we then look at the next question that follows that, which is this unannounced work, which cannot be publicly revealed yet, a remake of an old game? And Kato says, there may be some people who feel that it should be that specific work. It's not possible to give a definite answer to that question at this point in time. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. He does actually say that maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We've been eager to respond to the anticipation of the fans of the Trill series, so please look forward to a future reveal and being officially published. So, with all of that said, to me, it sounds like it's going to be a Trails in the Sky remake. I also don't think it'll take that long to develop, because first chapter and third, but like first chapter is like the smallest game in the series. And like obviously like the design of the game is already done. So I think it's going to be a remake, and I think it'll release next year. So that's why I think it'll be Trails in the Sky first chapter remake. I have stood here not playing the game for too long. I will play video game now. But yeah, that those are my reasonings. That's my reasoning for everything. I'm curious how you feel about it. I mean, I'm curious if there's anything that like any other ideas you might have, or if what you think they might do. So of course the remake could be of something else. Like maybe it will be the White Witch remake that they've been talking about. Kondo's been talking about wanting to remake that for a long time. Oh, that's right, I can go in here. There's also an East 5 remake, but I don't think that's going to happen because for East 5, they said that the game was so beloved that a lot of people joined the company because of it. That doesn't scream East 5 to me.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee.
Dr. Lee. I think this is Dr. Lee. Maybe not. No, I got it off somebody, that's right. They also said that the next East game isn't in development yet. They said that they're in talks about it. They've already started like talking about the next one, but it's not in development yet. And I guess they could just be talking about like a main, like they might be excluding a remake. From that.
You left the freezer.
I don't think they are. I think remakes are. I don't know. I don't think a remake would be excluded from that. Like that's basically a full-on like. Yeah, I think he's dead. I feel like I'm missing stuff. I seem to remember there being something in this room, or if not in this room, in this room. Am I walking past it? I don't think I could do this yet anyway. Go back to it. Trying to remember the two places we passed that could use this power thing. One is all the way back towards the start. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I forgot about you. You know what? We don't have to go this way. We do have a save room over here. Should take the flamethrower instead of the shotgun. Right? Maybe? Hmm. But yeah, those are my those are my guesses. Where did you go? He's gone? Aha! Sneaky. Dealt with. Not this way. Traveling around. Muff. Excuse me, sir? Sir? Okay. Dealt with. At least this won't be a super short stream. I was worried it'd be like an hour long. Me yakking about Falcom. To the annoyance of probably everyone. I'm not going to take these. Sorry for rambling. Okay, I don't know if any more of the plant guys are going to spawn. Mr. X I have to just run from. May as well take a green herb with me. I'm going to be picking up a red and a blue one here. Okay, what is this that I need? Tetris line, big block, rectangle. Okay. I think more fall here, but I'm not sure. Seems I may be wrong. No, I think one falls here, right? Thought so. Apparently not, though. Oh well.
Manual. Engage.
21.
Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge capacity.
It's probably wrong, but I don't, yeah, that was wrong. Okay. And now we take that and we put that in the freezing room. I'm gonna spray the pesticide. Pesticide. Well, basically what this is. What else is in this room? What am I missing? Oh. Nope, there's more apparently. Okay. Well, at least I know what I'm missing out here. Where's the other power room? Guess it's nowhere. We took it from here. Okay, no, I think we used it all. Still have no idea what I'm missing in here. Is that it? No. I'm sure we just put this in here and then it's frozen. Okay, yeah, that was it. Okay. Cooling complete. I think she gets up after we finish everything in this room normally. Lots of running around. Okay. Now, we put this in.
Dispensing to
That did the trick.
I think more will spawn now.
warning. You have disclosed a dangerous solution without authorization.
Like at least one. Aha. I knew there was more. If you tap it and take it really slowly, you can kill these guys very quickly. Excuse me. Once I take that, Mr. X spawns. So now that I made some progress, I'm just gonna save. Pretty sure I just have to run back. And that's it. But I want to be on the safe side. We have so many saves that I don't care about using a lot of them. Okay, let's go. I'm yawning way too much. Okay, I don't recall him being much of a threat here. But let's see. Oh, don't worry about me, Mr. X.
Him again?
Up to, up to, up to, up to. He doesn't know where I went. He's back. Discount Nemesis is back. In these straight hallways, he'll never find out which way I went. I do like Mr. X in this game. I don't remember what's this way other than the boss. Oh, it's just the boss. Okay. Oh. And I think that's everything.
So those were G samples.
So those were G samples. G? G samples. Project G? This looks like laser hallway from RE4. Okay. Boss time. What do I want to take with me? Let's just put everything in here. I will take flamethrower. I will take handgun. Project Genesis. I will take flash grenade. I will take broken combat knife. I will take healing. I will take more healing. I will take ammo. And I will use another save because I have too many. I forgot where the save is. Oh, there is no save. That's right. Never mind. I'm gonna grab a knife. Guess I get grabbed. I forgot there is stuff to grab over here. Oh wait, no, here. Here's... Oh, one bullet, huh? Okay, solve that problem. It turns out I did not need to do that. Well, we could just make shotgun shells. Hold on, I need to sneeze. Oh yeah, there was one other thing that Falcom have been doing lately. I can't confirm this myself because I don't have Twitter and cannot read Twitter stuff without an account. Apparently, Falcom has been, and don't look this up, Iron. If anything, maybe you could ask OJ to check this. But apparently, they have been constantly Falcom's on Falcom's Twitter. They've been constantly posting about Joshua for like the past several weeks or like month or something like that, which makes people think that that's also teasing for Trails in the Sky. You shouldn't check that yourself though, because they sometimes will post things that are spoilery on their Twitter. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I guess this is the end of the game, isn't it? Is there anything left after this? I don't think so. Man, 40 magnum bullets just sitting here, and I got more I can make. Jeez. I have too many. We're fine. Let's just take what we got here. Did I save already? I don't think so. And even if I did, we got 10,000 save ribbons, so we're fine. Oh, we got another 40 million save ribbons. I love that I just have too many ink ribbons. I've saved up enough to never have to worry about it. Okay, let's do this. This boss will have a lot of health. Is this actually enough ammo? Now that I think about it. I mean, now that I think about it. There we go. Okay, we should be good. I'm ready for this. I love how Leon looks like this, by the way. I honestly love this whole look. It's also just so funny to see him looking that way in cutscenes. Give me cutscene. Okay. This does immense damage if I'm remembering correctly. Oops. I forgot. Hardcore mode. He may just die to this, by the way. What is this? Thing and ammo. Worth. For a second I thought he was about to hit me again. I think you get more, Oh, excuse me, sir. Pardon me. Oh, whoops. Flamethrower rounds in here, but I don't remember. Excuse me, sir. I feel like reloading. Where's the loot? There it is. I was looking for this. Oh, I think I died. Oh, wait, no, I'm alive. You may die here. Oh, no. With my broken knife. I forgot hardcore mode. I gotta remember hardcore mode. I can't dodge this, sir. I couldn't dodge. My guy was limping. Okay, my attempts to cheese him are over. I have to embrace the hardcore mode. I have to embrace that I am bad at video game. One extra healing item. Extra hand... no, I don't want to take the grenades. Okay. However, now that I know where the fuel is,
I'm back to 8.
I can now properly melt him. I shouldn't have struggled so much, but it's because I didn't know where the flamethrower fuel was. That's my excuse. I'm apparently backed up against the wall. I did not notice. Pardon me. Flash grenade. Flash grenade. Ba-ba-da, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. I appreciate that he just stands there letting me hit him. Oh, there's a first aid as well. See, it's me forgetting all these items that's really doing me in here. Oh, hello. Oops. Okay. Okay, he's gonna charge at me. sir. Okay, there we go. Whew. Ultimately, a very heavy resource check. But we've done it. Took me a few more tries than it probably should have. I still think this is easier than the last boss, though, the one you gotta knock over with the crate. At the very least, it's definitely still a fun one. Aha. Loot. Aha, more loot. Oh, I could have used that. Well, now I can use it on the final boss. I am injured. Doesn't really matter. Hello.
Jesus.
I am Pixels. Initiated. Okie dokie. Okay, what am I looking at here? Green, blue. Those will save for the final boss. All my healing I'll save for the final boss. The hand grenades I'll save for the final boss. We go here, we get ourselves a cutscene. We go back down. Don't think it's boss time yet. We get chased by Mr. X again. We're fine. I'm sure they'll give us a save point and stuff before anything else happens. Access granted. The conflict.
I was just thinking about you.
That makes two of us. I was getting worried.
No, we make a good team. Can I ask you something?
I'm sorry. It's so funny. It's so funny to me. You look at her.
Let me verify the G sample and get the hell out of here.
Before we do that,
Look at him. He's beautiful. Hopefully I'll get a chance to save. I know we get one more chance to save before the very end, but still. Let's go. Come on, video game. You can load. Okay, here we go. I will take that. Tempted to just use it.
9 minutes until detonation.
Another knife. Aha! Now hold on a minute, timer. I'm just gonna use that to heal. Because why not? Okay, one more save left. It'll be right before the very end, I think. Lots of enemies along the way here, and I have nothing to really do with them. Gonna have to try and grab all the items I want, though. Okay, that's everything here. Goodbye. Goodbye to you. Knife. The knife has served its purpose. Okay, let's keep going.
8 minutes until detonation.
Mr. X is here.
Is this a fucking joke?
Goodbye, Mr. X. Nobody's in here. No zombies in here. Okay. One thing that I like is that they give you this item that you need to use to go straight into the final boss because they give you the rocket launcher. So it's how they make sure that you have room for it. So I like that. I must have missed the last one of those things. I guess I should take that just in case. Hmm. I just have to save. Well, that's fine. This is so funny. You know what? I reckon we're fine. I reckon we won't need any other gun. There was... Oh, there is no more save point? Oh, okay. Well. Let's do it. Iron, I have nothing but the Magnum and 50 Magnum rounds. 6 healing items, full heals that also grant me defense, and 3 grenades. I'm ready. Spots took you so long. Yeah, it can be very tricky. Fortunately, I have 20 billion Magnum rounds. So I'll probably be okay. Oh.
Where did this thing go?
I think we got him. We have arrived at the bottom of... I like that they give you this chance to use a rocket launcher on regular zombies. Just that free extra shot. For fun. I think we did it. Yo, we did it. We don't care about that guy. 7.5 hours. Thank you. 22 saves. Rank B. For bad at video game. The music's so nice. I wish I could hear it out of both sides of my headphones. But that's okay. Alrighty. Well, we did it. I'm very happy to have replayed the game. I was definitely itching to replay it. I'm very happy I did. I'm thinking I'm going to take the weekend off. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday I'm going to take off. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think on Monday. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think I may do Kingdom Hearts again. I may watch all of 358 Days, which will probably take me about 4 hours. Because I have to watch the movie. You can pause during it, I've heard, so that's good. And then I'll probably start Birth by Sleep right after 358 days. So that's what I think I'll do next. I'm not 100% sure. It's gonna depend on how I feel. If I feel like jumping back into Kingdom Hearts, because it's gonna be a commitment. I'm gonna have to like, I'm assuming Birth by Sleep's gonna take me 60 hours or so. So, as soon as I'm in, like, if I'm in the mind space to play it, that's what I'll probably be doing. I'll probably keep doing the Kingdom Hearts stuff after that, but I'm gonna see how I feel if I want to take like a week off before I do more or not. But after that, I think is Recoded and then Dream Drop Distance. So those will probably be next as well after Birth by Sleep. But I'll decide once I'm there, once I'm ready. I've been very tired lately, so I want to decide how I want to handle that. But yeah, this is what I'm going to call it. Probably no stream this weekend or tomorrow. Monday I'm going to try to stream again. I have been, and I plan to get some more too. That is kind of my hope. Is I'm planning to just take it easy over this weekend and maybe watch some anime, and then if there's Falcom news, I'm gonna get hype over that. So that's probably what I'm gonna be doing this weekend. And maybe tuning into Iron Aggro's streams. I may be doing that as well. Or just hanging out. But yeah, I plan to rest up over the weekend. But thank you for being here. And thank you everybody else who's tuned in or who has been lurking or for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day or night. Take care, everybody, and see you next time. Bye.